A 25-year-old man with ulcerative colitis and asthma has a red, itchy rash behind both of his knees and has had it on his antecubital areas as well. There are overlying vesicles and papules. What is the diagnosis? A. Atopic dermatitis. B. Seborrheic dermatitis. C. Psoriasis. And D. Dermatitis herpetiformis. So I'll let you answer the question and then I'll explain in 5 seconds. Okay, so the answer is going to be A. Atopic dermatitis. So for this patient, atopic dermatitis, it's the classic presentation of the rash on the flexural areas. So all that means is like the name implies, areas that flex. So that's going to be the area in front of the elbow and then the area behind the knees. And so these two areas are most commonly afflicted when you have atopic dermatitis. And another clue that it's pointing you towards this answer is the history of asthma. So anytime they give you a history of asthma, they're trying to lead you to atopic dermatitis. And so just to define what atopy is, it's a genetic tendency to develop allergic diseases. And so this is why this question is atopic dermatitis, because they give you that history and then they give you the classic location of the rash. So it's not just important to recognize what the rash looks like, but also the distribution of the rash. And the second part with the overlying vesicles and papules, so that just means that it's an acute dermatitis. So that's why you can see the erythema, the vesicles, and papules if you have an acute dermatitis in the setting of atopic dermatitis. And so just to go over the other answer choices, we have seborrheic dermatitis, and this is essentially where you have a rash where the sebaceous glands are found. Now, sebaceous glands are glands that secrete a oil and commonly found in the nasolabial folds and also the scalp and the eyebrows. And so the other answer choice was dermatitis herpetiformis. And so this is associated with GI problems such as celiac disease and malabsorption. So in these cases, you're going to get vesicles over the elbows, the knees, and the upper back. So this patient specifically had it over the area in front of the elbows, and so not necessarily the elbows themselves. And then finally, we have psoriasis, which is going to show up with the classic appearance of silver scales, and they're usually on the extensor surfaces of the extremities. So for this question, it's just pattern recognition of the distribution of the rash. So for this one, we have the distribution in the antecubital and the popliteal areas, indicating that it's most likely atopic dermatitis, along with the history of asthma. So I hope that helped, and thanks for watching.